Hey, everybody, we're the Front Row Noles guys here on the Osceola.com. Tom Block, Keith Jones. KJ, let's talk about something that we never talk about. Big uglies up front. And first of all, the biggest part of this equation may be the honey fried chicken that actually got Marvin Wilson to campus. But Marvin is playing out of his mind right now. I mean, I can't, and we've had a lot of good D linemen and D tackles over the years, but last week was impressive.
Defensive linemen don't put up the numbers that defensive ends do. In other words, you go through a season, you might get 14 or 16 or 18 sacks as a defensive end. You might get 8 as a defensive lineman. Well, Marvin had 2 in a single game. Plus, I think he had 4 or maybe 5 tackles for a loss. What you want your defensive linemen to do is take up space. And then if they can make plays, that's a bonus. Well, Marvin always takes up space, and he's also making plays. And I agree with you. Through 4 games, I think obviously last week was his best game. But I would tell you that all 4 games, he obviously has graded out a winner and is off to a very good season.
Cory Durden has played very well too, as has Robert Cooper. I guess the one thing you'd say, and it's just the young guys, there's only one way you get older, right? You got to play more games to get more reps. But the snap distribution right now, maybe it'll always be 2/3, 1/3 for the front line and the backups. But if you could get to a point where you're not dropping off as much, that's obviously where every team would like to be.
I thought Durden has probably been the most improved defensive player of all the segments, from where he was last year to where he is now. And I was one that didn't think, I wasn't sure what Cooper was going to end up being. He was so big. He was near 400 pounds at one point. He slimmed down to 350 or 355, whatever they list him at. But he moves so well to be that big. And the 3 of them, the trio together in that middle, when you have linebackers that will properly fill the gap because the defensive line has held their own, then that's when you shut down a team's running play and make them go outside or over the top. And these 3 guys are playing well enough to make that happen. They really are.
Well, and now what we're seeing is the linebackers are filling the right gaps, and all of a sudden the defense is playing a little bit better.
How much of that is Coach Levitt helping Coach Woody and technique-wise? How much of it is just reps? How much of it is just game experience? And
right.
I don't know what that mix is, but certainly improvements are being made. They still got to get better. They're not there yet,
right.
But certainly they've gotten better in what we didn't call it run fit. Is that the word now? We didn't have that phrase back in the old days, but they are really playing much better. Still got to get improvement, but they're playing much better.
All right. He's Keith. I'm Tom. Thanks for tuning in here on theosceola.com.